Welcome, beautiful crafty friends, to another creation by me, Donna Creations and More. I am Donna. Let me show you how to make this beautiful Valentine's tablescape. Now let's get to crafting. So here I have 2 types of ribbon. I bought a Hobby Lobby for $6.99 at 40% off, and some decomesh ribbon and some pipe cleaners, my glue gun, and a yardstick. Now, I call them pipe cleaners, you guys call them Snell stems. It all depends. So we're measuring 2 inches from the end. We're going to go 1 upward and then 1 downward and twist them to lock them into place. And then we're going to put 1 Snell stem facing straight up in the middle. And we're going to make sure that's directly on our 2-inch line there. Then we're going to find our center. Now this part is optional if you like to add flowers or whatever to your centerpiece. But I'm going to do it a different way, and you guys will see that later in my tutorial. So if you want to add flowers to make a door, swag, or for tablescape, you just hot glue your styrofoam into place, and this is just a scrap piece of styrofoam that I recycled. Then you want to take some floral wire and totally twist that around several times, and then twist it into place to totally secure that foam block on there. I mean, we did hot glue it, but we want to make sure it stays because hot glue ain't going to hold it. But I'm not using that, so I'm removing it. And I already have my center marked, so I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and put it right where my center is. Now, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you every single thing I did, because my last video when I showed this was really sped up because it was in a collab, and some of my viewers, and I apologize, said it was way too fast, and I cut more or less, and I cut way too much out. So now I want to show you every single thing I did, because I recorded the whole entire thing. I just cut out way too much, and then I just hot glued them in place to secure them. And so you do 2 inches from the end, and then every 5 inches, and then you'll end up with 2 inches again. And I'm showing it there, 2 inches and 5. And that would totally even out your yardstick. And the yardstick only cost me, if I remember correctly, $2.50 or $3 from Home Depot. And then the ribbons and the decomesh are 40% off right now, Hobby Lobby. But you can do the totally Dollar Tree if you would like. Just use Dollar Tree decomesh, which you're going to need a lot of, because they don't come with much, and they're a lot shorter. So technically, if you want more bang for your buck, I would just go to Hobby Lobby and pay the $5 or $6 it is for a roll of decomesh. I ended up using a little over a roll because of the inches that I used. Now, I do recommend you use your hot tool. I did not, because I don't know why my goddamn plug fell behind my storage area that's underneath my desk, and it was inaccessible to me, and I really had to get this video up, and I didn't feel like moving my desk, getting the storage cabinet and everything else just to try to get my plug that randomly somehow got stuck behind there. I don't even know. So please use your hot tool if you don't want your decomesh to fray. I actually have a cutter for this, but I don't even know where it is right this second, because I've never used decomesh before, crafting with it. This is my first time. And so I'm going to sit here and measure out 22 inches and cut 21 pieces. Now you'll notice, yeah, I'm going crooked and all, and that's because my back started tightening up really bad and was pulling. And it's killing me today, but I switched sides. That way it's directly in front of me. So I just put it on the 22-inch mark over there and just cut it on the edge of my board. Okay, so if you're new here, I would like to say welcome, and please consider subscribing and joining my channel. If you like cheap home decor on a budget, and thrift flips, and trash to treasures, and glam, and doing all the so much stuff I do. I could be here going on and on and on. You can just check out my playlist links that I have. Just click under my name. And please hit that like button. It really helps my channel out and helps YouTube push my videos so more viewers get to see them. So please comment, even if you're still watching this right now, leave a heart emoji to let me know you're still watching this. And then as I go on through this video, I'll ask you to leave different things. So here I'm just taking N and I'm rolling it like 3 or 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I start scrunching it through the middle and just bringing it towards my fingers. And I use one of the little Dollar Tree clips to hold it. And then I just use my ribbon to hold it down on the table because it wants to naturally curl up. So I just place my ribbon on it, roll it 3 or 4 times, clip it, turn it around, and do the same thing. Roll it 3 or 4 times, and then we start scrunch, 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 and just pinch it all together, and just put it one on the left and then one on the right, and twist our snell stems around it. Then we're going to make our center one. Again, I'm showing you how to do this whole video with nothing cut out. So if you would like to fast forward this part, you can. I won't ask you to leave any more emojis right now. But before you do that, hit that like button and subscribe, please. Help me get to 1,500. And hit that bell to get notified of any upcoming videos. And join me on this wonderful crafting journey I have started on YouTube. And if you're interested in jewelry, join my jewelry channel at Donna's Jewelry Creations. So I'm just going to continue doing the same thing and just letting this play for those who want to see it. Not being sped up or anything. Because I know it's very annoying when a video is sped up, but it was very repetitive type thing, and I cut a lot out because, as you see, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. But for someone who wants to make this Of course, it's going to want to see the whole thing. And you can adjust your decomesh. Once you're done putting it all on, you can put them in any direction you like. You can pick any colors you want. This is just showing you how you can make this type of fluffy store swag or table centerpiece. Now my table's super long, so that's why I'm using a yardstick, but you can use, if you have a smaller table, use the 5-gallon paint sticks. They're a really nice size, but my table's super long, so I'm making a long centerpiece. Now, I will say, on video, it doesn't do it any justice. As you can see, right here, the decomesh looks really pretty, but I don't know, it's like, sort of like really blends in at the end when I show the final reveal of the colors. And then with the picks that I use from Dollar Tree, it's just really hard to tell on video, but they are there, and it's just the colors are super close. But it turned out really, really pretty. And I actually had a totally different idea for a centerpiece. I wanted to do a 3-tier heart. And I still might. I don't know. I have it drying. It might be dried now. But that's an upcoming video. Hopefully it worked out. And that was my plan to match my table decor. But for the time being, I don't know, I changed my mind. Because my table decor, besides has hearts, my placemats have like cupcakes and all on them. So in my last video, I did a fake bake video of a whole bunch of different Valentine's DIYs, even a conversation heart cake, and conversation heart cookies, and cupcakes. I did different cupcakes. Oh, it all turned out so pretty. I love my cake. Love, love, love my cake. It was so worth it. Actually, my mom gave me great compliments and told me I can be a cake decorator. And I've been thinking about that way back when I worked at Michael's doing jewelry. They had cake decorating classes, and it always interested me. Ow. Ow, it hurts to move. Ow. But I never took the class because I was just way too busy teaching my own jewelry classes. And when I watched the people taking the classes, that's when I saw them. All they were doing was making roses. And I looked at the prices of all the supplies, and I'm like, oh, that is super costly. And I really couldn't get into another craft at the time because I was already into jewelry, and I've already spent thousands and thousands because I really went into jewelry, like way, like all the way to glass fusing and using diacrylic glass. And gosh, one little piece of diacrylic glass would cost a fortune, and I just spent way too much money on between all the glass tools, you know, the grinder, the wet grinder, the saws, and the kiln, and I spent a lot of money. I was like, oh, nope, I can't jump to another type of craft, even though it always interests me. So now I'm starting to think about doing that on the side, like sort of a little side business here, doing cakes and cupcakes. And selling them. So I'm going to give it a little try and see how it works out. I mean, I already do homemade cookies and all, but I don't sell them, but I mean, heck, I could do cookies, cupcakes, and cakes. Be very interesting. I would love to do cookies. Oh, that would be so. I mean, I love doing fake bakes, so why wouldn't I love to do, like, the real stuff? I just never did. I never decorated cookies, real cookies. I've never decorated like a real cake. I just stopped some icing on and called it a day. But this year I am going to decorate my mom's birthday cake, because a friend of mine who does fake bakes did this really pretty butterfly cake. And my mom loves butterflies. And you can stick anything in a cake. Now think about it, you guys. All you need is a bamboo skewer from Dollar Tree. Even like the cupcake I made on here. You can stick anything in a cake, as long as it's glued to a bamboo skewer and just stuck in the cake and you pull it out. There is just so much you could do. We never think about that type of stuff. Gosh, you know what? I can even make cake toppers and sell them. See, I love when I do voiceovers and I start thinking and my mind just goes all these other directions. So yeah, I can take my little creations that I'm doing on YouTube here and make cake toppers also. I'm sure a lot of my crafts I already did. You could just stick a bamboo stick on them and just stick them into a cake. You can even, I mean, it's just temporarily. I mean, no, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Never mind, scratch that. But if you watch my one video I just did on my wreath, I used wire and hair scrunchies to make hearts. You can make them into balloon shapes, whatever. You can do them into letters, numbers, and add them to a bamboo skewer, or it's just plain old plastic coated wire, and stick that into your cakes. So anyhow, back to the video. I got done. I just wanted to blab on why I was doing all that decomesh. So now I have my ribbons here. And I love both of these ribbons, why I picked them. I thought they were so pretty when I was in the store. And it matches my table. Like, this totally matches my, what do you call it? Oh, table runner. So I ended up doing 10 pieces total of each at 12 inches long. But here I'm only cutting 8, because I counted when this video was playing. And I ended up having to cut 2 more. So, 10. If you wanted to do it the way I did. You can add as many as you want. You can add them on every single little twisty you have on there right now. You can put them separate. You don't have to do it exactly like I did. I'm just doing it this way. I actually like this way, because once you put it on and you cross them to an X. Anyhow, so I folded them all together, and I'm dovetailing them all. So I just making sure all my edges are together, and I'm going to fold it in half, and cut upward from my wire. This is wire ribbon. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut all these of this type of ribbon. And I think this one's got cupcakes on it. It's like heart and cupcake. It's so pretty. And well, I didn't decorate much for Valentine's this year. I don't even know where my Valentine stuff is that I made last year. I know where some is. But I have a box somewhere. I gotta get more organized. So I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just dovetailing them. Making sure all my ends are completely lined up. Then fold it in half. There we go. And then wire, and then cut upward. Some of them I had to refix on the smaller ones, but that's okay. So for those that, you know, wasn't too happy with my video being so fast, I apologize, but here it is. And now I'm putting one on the bottom. And twisting it together. Okay, what I did was I scrunched the ribbon up and then I added it. And you'll see that in a minute here. I just scrunched it like this. And I added one in the bottom and I was going upward into the center. By the time I got to the center of my piece here, I didn't like the placement. So then I re-switched them. See, that's where I was like, uh-oh. That one's downward. And I want that one downward, so that one has to go upward. And I had to switch them around. Because I want that downward because I'm putting stuff up there. So I just switched them all around. So now one's in the middle from the end. One goes down, one goes up, one goes down. But you can put them wherever you want. So now I got one downward. I need to put one upward in the very center. And I just go and twist them around onto the snail stem. And continue scrunching them. And add them on there. And then I'm going to turn it around. Then I got to do the other side. Now we already have one in the center, so we got to add one to the bottom. We have one in the center there. So here's where I go and like need more ribbon. And my ribbon fell on the floor, so I had to go get it. So I needed 2 more to make my 10. Because it was down, up, down, up. And I just went in that pattern. And just same thing, dovetailed them and then we'll add them on. You can add many ribbons as you want. You can add more than this. I think a nice white lace would look pretty in there too. Like something behind it I think would look really good. Maybe. I don't know. You can add white lace into another spot. I think it would make it really pretty. I'll probably end up adding more because I always change my mind. Like I'm really thinking, I love the lamb's ear. And I also got, oh, forgot the name of the flowers in my one DIY where I did a window. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue because I have the tree in my backyard. Anyhow, they're really light color. Here I'm just spreading out all my ribbons. And I'm making sure the colors crisscross from each other, and I'm curling them with my fingers. So anyways, I really like pink flower, and I love the color of the light green of like the lamb's ear and all the other color things they come out with. But they don't sell them all year. Not that I've seen. So I might add some flowers to this. I'm not sure. I mean, it's pretty the way it is, but... Well, I am doing an upcoming DIY that's going to be added to this. So, those who follow me will see it. Because that is going to be due... I don't even know when it's due. But we have to do yarn for just our imagination. And I already got an idea for my yarn. And I will be adding that to this. So that'll probably really make this look better. Some different texture. And again, I'm just straightening out all my little ribbons here. Pulling them apart. And I'm making sure, like, yeah, like that. Like they're the opposite. See how the pink is across from it? And that's what I'm doing. And you can adjust all your decomesh too. I didn't. So here's a bunch of picks I have from Dollar Tree. And yeah, they really blend in. And I apologize, they're really hard to see. Because I use really light colors. And I really pulled everything out. And I'm not using any of that stuff that has green on it at all. But I had this one pick here. They only had one in the store. Yeah. Not that one. That one's missing a heart. I'm like going through to see what I have. I try to grab two of everything that I like. And then sometimes I accidentally grab more because I'm like, oh, I forgot I already bought that. So I got these glitter red hearts and some light purple and light pink color ones. And I got these. This is the one. Only one in the whole entire store. And that's going to be what I'm using for my center. So I'm spreading it apart. And I'm going to stick it right in the center. But I do change my mind, but I just move it ahead. You'll see. Now this is the only one don't have a clip. But you know what? You can just bend it like I just did. And just tuck it up underneath your little twisties you already have there. And then retwist it tighter. If it isn't tight enough. Then I'll go and cut it off. And then like the center one's like really tall. So I just take it and I spiral the pick wire to push it downward. And all I'm going to do is make sure these match on each end. So I got this red one here. I decided to add here. And you know, I go and decorate this whole thing in the center. And change my mind. Because I had to do something for the video that was due last night. And the thing I wanted to do isn't dried yet, and I don't even know if it turned out until I go down in my craft room, which I hope it did. And then I'll probably end up putting that on my centerpiece. I'm just trying to get it all clipped in here and fix my ribbon and fix some little pink roses. Trying to make my center look decent. Then I got these pink ones here. So I take one. Oh no, here I am just going around And I started I'm cutting off all the Chanel stems, all the extra pieces, because I don't need them. Because all the picks from Dollar Tree have clips on them, which is really handy. So if you have your picks that have clips on them, you don't need your Chanel stems to lock in anything, like any of your picks or flowers. Then just cut them all off. So I just cut them all off, and I'm just fluffing it all back up again. And then I have this pink pick here, so I'm going to put that to the right. I think I was hot gluing that one. Yeah. Okay, so now I got that one on the right. I thought I added one already. Oh, I did. I'm taking it out. I decided on this one. I think I decided on this one. See, I'm going back and forth. And see, it's hard to see them because it really blends in on this video. And then I'm going to the left side and cutting off all the Chanel stems. Or the Chanel wire, pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call them. So if you don't need them, get rid of them. So you see I put a pink heart on the left side too. So I'm just going to do the same thing on both sides. So I'm just turning it around and I finish cutting off all the Chanel wires that I could find. And I probably missed some. Who the heck knew it? It really blends in. You can use any color of them you want. Pink, red, white. And again, just refluffing it since I done smashed everything, cutting off some stems. Then I have this pink heart from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to stick that on the end here. And I end up putting one on each end. Because remember, I said I only got two of everything. So I got the red one in the middle with some pink little heart. And I don't know, I just took that one off. I have no idea why. Oh, I didn't have my center correct, so now I gotta redo it. I thought I was in the center, but I wasn't. So now I gotta re-add, make everything even on both sides. Cause I was like, wait a minute, this ain't adding up. So I'm not putting the pink in the middle, and then a red clip on each side of heart. See, there we go. Then I have a pink one. So it's like pink, red, pink, and I have a really lighter pink on each end. And you can just clip them on right onto the decomesh, which is really nice. So I apologize that the colors blend in so much. If you're having trouble seeing it. All I can see in this little picture I'm getting on his editing is some glitter. And no, I did not use them hearts because I did not want any greenery. I was debating if I should put one of them foam red hearts on top. Because I had a spare one. It didn't look right. I took it off. Again, keep fiddling with it, deciding what the heck I'm going to do here. So that's my centerpiece, the pink one with 2 reds on the side. So then I decided to add this pink one with it because it was a different color pink, different shade. So I'm like, okay, so we have some bigger hearts and some little hearts, and then we have the red heart. And that's what we have so far. But then again, you know, if you follow me, and I already told you guys, I changed my mind. And so now I grab, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that was a scrap piece of decomesh that was left on the roll. So I just took a scrap piece of wire that I cut of the Chanel stem, and I just used the extra piece and stuck it in the middle. I just hot glued it in place. So you can always add more, even if you cooked it. And that was just a scrap piece, like I said, that was left on the roll. So now I'm going to show you, I'm taking that spakle from Home Depot, and I have this heart cupcake I got from Hobby Lobby cut out, and I had a calendar I was going to throw away from last year, and the top and back was plastic, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to save this for a craft. And I'm glad I did, because here I am using it. So I just heated it up with my heat gun. You can use a blow dryer. And then I just folded it back and forth, bifolded it. And then traced it, the outline of the cupcake, and then cut the plastic out. And now I'm just going to hot glue it into place. Make sure it's superly secured down. And I'm only showing this in case you are new watching this tutorial and did not watch my fake cake video where I made this cupcake and a Valentine's cake and cookies and all kinds of other things. So we're just going to hold that in place till it secures. Now I'm just taking, I don't know, one of them silicone rubber things. I use it to get the extra mayonnaise in a lot of jars. I don't know what they're meant for. But it doesn't stick to the wood. You need to dampen it. So the wood must be damp for this caulk to stick. So that's my tip today. Make sure you dampen your wood. And that makes the caulk stick nice and good. And boy, it turned out really beautiful. And it has, now I was going to use this to hang up on my wall. But as I said, I didn't know my centerpiece I was going to use was not dried yet, and I don't even know if it's going to work out yet, and so I decided I didn't care for the centerpiece that was already on. It needed more. It needed some height and depth, so I'm adding this cupcake instead of flowers. Because on my placemats has cupcakes. So I'm just taking my spackle and I'm just doing it like I'm doing a cake. Just back and forth, rubbing it in. Just like if you're icing a regular cake. You know how us regular people are just, make sure we coat the cake, that's it. So we're just making sure we're coating this cupcake. And I am making sure I fill in the gap that's sticking up. Remember we bifolded that plastic, and that's what it is, a pink plastic. And I do make sure I fill that in. And if you're wondering, my spackle's on the floor, and I do end up moving it. That's why I keep pulling my cupcake away and reaching down like you see me doing there. Here I am now. I said forget doing it that way. Just put the spackle up here. And you see, I am just rubbing it in and making sure I fill in the gaps of that liner that I added. Because it's a plastic cupcake liner. And I think this turned out, oh my god, so god darn adorable. So this is another way you can do wood cutouts. I did a bunny one last year. I love the way that one did. It wasn't spakle, it was joint compound. And I ended up putting that on a wreath. Oh my god, that's my favorite wreath ever. So I'm just taking a baby wipe and cleaning along the cupcake plastic liner. Just wiping it off, cleaning it up. See, it's all nice and wet there. Now I'm going to take my piping bag, which looks like a star tip, I think. And I'm just going around in an E shape. And then I decide I'm going to put dollops all over my cupcake. And that's what I'm doing. And then I have these beads that come in different pink colors. And I just start hot gluing them in. And press them into the dollops I added. Now, first I'm hot gluing them, then I stop. Now, I'll see, this is my first time doing fake bakes with spackle. And so I'll see how it turns out, if they stay or not. I personally, in my mind, won't think they're really going to stay. But, we'll see. So I have like 3 different colored pink beads. I use beads a lot for sprinkles. I think they're super pretty. I use seed beads way back last year. But I think it was last year on my Easter lollipops and all. They just, I don't know, just turn out, they just look so cute. I actually did, I really like them, like fake big jars, like decor. Like the bottom was a chocolate with the strawberry and the sprinkles. And little mason jars. They're like my favorite. Like, love them. So then I have these hearts I just got from Hobby Lobby. And they're like corrugated. And I'm like, well, I'm going to stick one right up top here. Because I want to bring that red in to match my table decor. So if you have things you're going to throw away, like I literally threw that calendar in the trash. Not like in the trash can, like in the trash in my kitchen, but in the trash in my bedroom. And as soon as I did it, I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, this plastic I can use. I'm not going to throw it away. So now I'm just taking my piping bag and just adding. I use a smaller little tip. And I'm just going around and up and down motion, making little, I don't know, I like this design. It makes a really pretty little design. And so I did it around the heart, and I'm doing it around the cupcake. Then I said, okay, well, it's so pretty. And I'm going to fill in more on top of this part I did. and add more below. So I'm actually covering up that design I did already because I like this look better. And then the wood cutout had these little swoops down the bottom here like this. But actually, if I remember now from watching this, wasn't exactly like that. It was one big one in the middle and one each on the end. But oh well. I got 3 little ones and then one on each end. I like mine better. But you can do whatever you want. But this is a fun way to decorate these wood cutouts. It's actually giving me some better ideas because I did a gingerbread one and I added stuff to it. But now with the spackle, brought it whole to another dimension. And I'm just adding some more beads on. And these ones you see I didn't hot glue. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some little clear glitter on it. Shake it off. Clean the glitter off of there. I do end up spraying this with my Gloss Mod Podge sealer. And there's what it looks like when it's all done. And I add to my cupcake, I had 2 scrap pieces of wood. And I took a wooden skewer on the back. And there was a hole in the wood. So I stuck the wooden skewer into the wood and just hot glued it. And took a piece of ribbon and covered that skewer. Now I'm going to take 2 scrap pieces of decomesh. I'm calling them scrap. I'm just cutting 2 pieces. So I can hide that wood. And I'm just slowly just going to scrunch them up and grab some of the scrap pieces of the pipe cleaner that we cut off and just twist them around, pull that decomesh up, and really just tighten that on. Again, we're just going to scrunch it up. And that's another way you can do your decomesh on your yardstick if you don't want to curl the ends and all that. And I'm just going to hot glue it in the front here to hide that wood. And I want that curl to stay down, so we're going to hot glue that. And then we're going to add the other one to the back to hide all that. It'll hide the wood, and it'll hide the little stick and ribbon. And I'll probably end up painting the back. Actually, I don't know. Depends on my other piece that I'm making for my other DIY turns out. And if I end up adding to this, I'll show you guys. So then I have these hearts from Dollar Tree. And I'm like, should I add these too? And they just have clips on them, which is great. Because you can always change your mind. And you can always take them off. And add something else to this. It don't have to be for Valentine's. You want to do spring, take these off. Or Easter, take these off. Start adding Easter eggs and bunnies into it. Dollar Tree has cute little Easter eggs. So I just put 2 on the front there, and I have these red ones. And I just ended up throwing 1 on the right and 1 on the left. Just to make it even, and I stick 1 in the front. And now here's the final reveal of it on my dining room table. You can see my dining room table placemats have cupcakes on them. Now it's hard to tell this whole table floral thing that I just did because with the decomesh, because of the colors of the table runner and everything on my table. Maybe I shouldn't have put it on my table. I don't know. It blends in on the video, but it looks really pretty in person. So again, see, you see now them little birds I got from Hobby Lobby too. They're so cute, they light up. I think I have them lit here, but it's hard to tell. Actually, I do. But this is how it turned out, and that's why I used a long yardstick, because look how long my table is. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Please comment. Leave me a heart emoji. Bye. See you on next video.